Welcome to Story Road Studios in beautiful downtown Beaufort, Georgia. You are listening to the Gwinnett Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Gwinnett Podcast. I'm Nate McGill, one of the hosts. Today on the show we have Gary Martin Hayes from Gary Martin Hayes and Associates. You've probably seen him on TV spouting that 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. But in this clip, we are talking about why Gary gives back to the community and what first instilled that in him to do so. Gary's one of the legacies and legends around Gwinnett. We are so excited to share his story. If you want to hear the full podcast, then please go to Apple Podcasts to download the full episode, Spotify, anywhere that podcasts are free, such as GwinnettMagazine.com. We hope you enjoy this clip.
I really just want to jump right into your story and start off like at the beginning, because, you know, as long as we've known each other, I'm not so sure I know your origin story and how you got into the law to begin with. So why don't we start at the very beginning?
Yeah, take it back to my years growing up, my formative years. My dad was a Methodist minister.
Okay.
And he served at a bunch of churches in small towns. And it seemed like the leaders in all the churches were the doctors or the lawyers. Got to interact with them in high school. I got to clerk for a law firm as a runner, essentially delivering mail. Got a good inside look at that. And in college, I just took some law classes, and it came easy for me. And it was one of those areas, too, where I feel like I could affect a change. It looks like the guys that were making a difference in the communities, not just church, but in the communities, were the attorneys. And that really sparked the interest.
This makes so much sense to me now, because you obviously are giving back to the community like all the time. And so that's just a big part of who you are. I want to fast forward to this year with 2020. And I'm guessing you were having the first quarter we were all having, and everything was hunky-dory, and then all of a sudden, bam. And then the next time I see you, you were out in the parking lot with a donut trailer from Simply Done Donuts.
Yeah. And
for folks who didn't see this video or didn't see what Gary was doing, it was basically like as soon as the pandemic hit, the stay-at-home orders had gone out, and the restaurants basically could not do business any longer. And so I want to talk a little bit about what was your instinct there to immediately start helping businesses?
I know how much effort, blood, sweat, and tears I put into building my law firm. Mm-hmm. It was not an overnight success. It was a lot of hours, a lot of planning, a lot of prayer. And to see people that had finally gotten to that point where they took that leap of faith, they built their dream business, but to have something that was totally unexpected by everybody, such an outside influence come in and cause their profits to diminish. Mm-hmm. Their doors had to close, and see the hurt in their eyes, the tears, the fear of the unknown. It's like, let's see what we can do to help them. Mm-hmm. You know, let's all rally around, because if we're not supporting these businesses now during this difficult time, whenever, good Lord willing, the coronavirus is over, our economy opens up, these businesses will not be around.
Right.
And that's not the kind of community that I want. I want to support anybody and everybody that is out there trying to live the American dream and adding value to our community.
And it kind of goes back to your roots, what you were telling me about growing up in your dad's church, and those guys set an example for you, and now you're setting an example for the next generation of attorneys.
I mean, I really appreciate what you guys do here at Gwinnett Magazine. It's a great way to chronicle, as you said, not only what's happening now, but to be able to look back over the years. And I've saved all those magazines from the best of Gwinnett years, and you can see the weight that I've added every year. But it is a neat story to see where we started and where we are now, and good Lord willing, where we're going to be 20, 30 years from now, and the legacy that the people that work with me are going to be able to make in our community too. Yeah. It's not just me. It's the people that work side by side with me.
Absolutely.
My attorneys, my staff. I can't thank them enough, because they all share that passion for helping people.